Hey, what is up, guys? It's the character Chris back again with another video. I know I haven't talked to you guys in a minute. I've been doing a lot of gameplay stuff on the channel, and I'm hoping you guys are enjoying that. But today, we're going to talk about the Video Game Award nominations. And I haven't seen too many of these. I've seen a little bit of them. I'm going to go through the rest of them with you, give you my opinions on them, and you guys let me know what you think will win in the comment section. Alright? Let's get right into it. So we're just gonna go from top to bottom, and since that's the case, the first category they give you is Game of the Year. So in Game of the Year, we got Assassin's Creed Odyssey, whatever this game is, God of War, Marvel Spider-Man, Monster Hunter, and Red Dead Redemption. So my personal Game of the Year is probably gonna be Red Dead. I honestly feel like Red Dead is just gonna clean up. Red Dead is in so many of these categories. I mean, Marvel Spider-Man is also a really good game, but I don't think it's like, it's not really, I don't think it's a Game of the Year contender just yet. I think the next game that they do could be a Game of the Year contender. I feel like this game was more of an introduction into the rebirth of the Spider-Man games by Insomniac. And if it's not Red Dead Redemption 2, that's what I want. That's what I think will win, and that's what I think should win. But I would not be surprised if God of War got the W too. Because God of War is insanely great. Like, that game is so good. But because it is the Video Game Awards and it's all based off hype, Red Dead is the game that most recently came out. And it's also a really good game. So I feel like that's going to put it over the edge and give it Game of the Year. I honestly don't even know what Celeste is. I'm guessing it's probably an indie game. It could be a good game. I never played it. If you guys have played it, let me know if you guys think it's actually Game of the Year caliber in the comment section. As far as Monster Hunter goes, Monster Hunter is also a good ass game, but I don't think it's Game of the Year potential. Like, I know the people who play Monster Hunter really love it, but I don't know. There's something about it that doesn't say Game of the Year to me. Maybe it's because like, you know what I think it is? I think it's just because like, even though the gameplay in Monster Hunter is amazing, the story is subpar. It just is, at least to me. Most people that I know, including myself, we don't play the game for the story. We play the game to hunt big ass monsters and fucking kill big monsters with our friends. That's why I play the game. That's why I enjoy the game a lot, but I don't think it's Game of the Year material. And it's just because the story is so lackluster. But yeah, so Red Dead Redemption 2, I'm saying it's Game of the Year, and it's also my Game of the Year. So, best ongoing game. This is where I think I need to throw hands with the producers or whoever's running this department. So we got Destiny 2 Forsaken. You know, they're doing their thing. They revived the game finally. We got Fortnite. You know, Fortnite's been killing it. It's still the #1 game on Twitch. And then we have No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky, One Man's Lie. This game should have died. Like, why the fuck is this on the list? I get that. I know that they had a big update that revived the game per se, but it revived it. It wasn't ongoing. People stopped playing it after the initial release. I honestly feel like Warframe got screwed over. They got screwed over last year because I felt like they should have been the best ongoing game last year. And now they're not even on the fucking list. I mean, the last game on here is Overwatch, which I understand, and Rainbow Six Siege. Those two games deserve to be there because they've been killing it continuously. No Man's Sky was fucking, they fell off the face of the earth for like a whole fucking year or two maybe. I don't even remember when that game fucking came out. Warframe's been out for 5 years. They keep bringing out content. The community loves them. People over the past year have been making videos on how Warframe is the game for the consumer. I honestly, it boggles my mind that Warframe isn't on best ongoing game. Fortuna just came out, which when it finally comes to console, I'll be streaming it, twitch.tv/thecharacterchris if you want to go follow me over there. It honestly makes no sense to me that Hello Games, No Man's Sky beat Warframe onto the list. I don't know, man. Fuck that game. It's No Man's Sky to me, bro. But in all honesty, Fortnite's gonna win best ongoing game. It's still #1 on Twitch. They keep adding weapons, making changes to the map, new skins. I stopped playing Fortnite for a little bit, but recently that shit's been cracked to me again. Like, Fortnite is still an amazing game to me. Shout out to PUBG. He doesn't even make the list. And then Overwatch and Rainbow Six Siege. Rainbow would be my number 2 in this category. If Fortnite doesn't win, I would want Rainbow to win. I feel like since Overwatch won it last year, they're gonna give it to Fortnite. But if Rainbow sticks with it and they keep doing what they do and bringing up these great new operators and continuing to improve the game, they'll eventually win their own award, because Rainbow is also fucking amazing. I love that game. So best game direction, we got a Way Out, Detroit Become Human, God of War, Marvel Spider-Man, and Red Dead Redemption 2. For this one, I gotta go God of War, man. I know a lot of people would say Red Dead Redemption 2, since it's my game of the year, why wouldn't it win like every other category that it's placed in? The reason why I say that is because Red Dead Redemption 2 is a prequel, right? We know what happens in the future. God of War set the foundation for like another, who knows how many games. Honestly, when it comes to God of War, I feel like Kratos is gonna die in the next game, and his son's gonna take over. I'm not gonna say anything about the story other than that, because you guys should go play for yourself. That game is so fucking amazing. But every detail in the story of God of War is just great. And that one dude, the dude who he fights in the beginning, I forget his name now. The dude with all the tattoos on him. I'll put a picture up on the screen so you guys can see him. That dude, he's also an amazing character. Like him and Kratos going at it in that first fight scene, bro. You guys remember that shit? That shit was flames, son. But yeah, best game direction, I'm going God of War on that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Detroit Become Human was also great, but I don't think it touches God of War at all. And The Way Out, I never even played it, so maybe it is a great game. I never played it. If you guys have played it, let me know if you think that's the best one. So best narrative, for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. This one is tough for me, because story-wise, I was more interested in Detroit Become Human. Direction-wise, God of War is better. Like the voice acting, everything is better in God of War. But best narrative for me would be Detroit Become Human. And it's just because like I've always been interested, like it's always come across, not always, but as you know, people always think about what if we lived simultaneously with androids and what would that world be like. And Detroit Become Human gives you, I mean, not a realistic sense because we never actually lived through it, but it gives you a sense of what it possibly could be. And the fact that in that game there's just so many different choices that they put in, like you can play, you can have a straightforward story, or you could also have like a very crazy, like you could have everybody die. You know what I mean? I know I'm rambling a little bit, but you could have everybody die, or you could have a game where everybody survives. You know what I mean? So the fact that there's that many branching paths in the story, that's what makes it best narrative to me. Because you can play that game several different times and have a different result every time. And no matter how many different ways you play it, the story is always gonna make sense. So best narrative goes to Detroit Become Human for me. Let me know what you guys think. It's God of War. What is it? God of War, Life is Strange, never played it, Marvel Spider-Man, and Red Dead Redemption 2. Again, with Red Dead, we know what happens in the future, so it is also a great story as well, but like you already know what happens. On to best art direction. We got Assassin's Creed Odyssey, God of War, Octopath Traveler, whatever the fuck that is, Red Dead Redemption 2, Return of Obra Dinn, whatever that game is. Since I haven't played Octopath and what is it, Return of Obra Dinn, whatever the fuck it's called, I haven't played those two, so I'm pretty much, for me, I'm choosing between Red Dead, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and God of War. And best art direction, best art direction. This is a tough one. I gotta give it to God of War, bro. I gotta give it to God of War because of all the different areas you get to go through. Like you'll be in a blizzard, you'll be in green areas, you'll be in like mystical areas. Like there's so much more variety in the locations you go to in God of War. So that would be my, art direction? That would be my choice for best art direction. Best score / music. I'm just gonna say this one quickly. God of War. Red Dead has good music too, but I gotta give it to God of War. Best audio design. We got Call of Duty Black Ops 4, which I'm loving that game. Forza 4, who cares? God of War is on here. Marvel Spider-Man, Red Dead Redemption. For this one, best audio design. This one I'm gonna go Red Dead, because in Red Dead there's so much attention to detail to every surrounding area. When you're in like the water, when you shoot your guns, even when you step on like a creaky, if you go into an old house, you hear the creaks in the steps, you hear the fires on the fireplaces. Like Red Dead Redemption 2 has so much more attention to detail to the little things and the little bits of sound than most of the other games on here. Call of Duty Black Ops 4, even though I like that game a lot, it's really just shooting guns. I mean, the guns sound different, so it's not gonna get the vote for me. On to best performance. So this is pretty much just like best voice actor in the game, or in a game. We got Connor from Detroit Become Human. We got Kratos, which honestly I was surprised at how good Kratos was in that game, because you know everybody loves the older voice of Kratos, which is T.C. Carlton, whatever his name. Cassandra from Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and Arthur Morgan. Other people, like, you guys can read the names of the people who play them. I don't have this type of time. My choice for this comes down to comes down to two people. Yes, Connor was good in Detroit Become Human, but so was the other two. So was Jesse and the person who played Kara. All of them were great voice actors. It comes down to Kratos and Arthur Morgan. And if the guy who was Kratos' like arch nemesis in God of War, the tattoo guy I was talking about earlier, if he was also on this list, he would have been in my top 3 for the choices. But when it comes down to it, I gotta go. Oh my god, it's so tough. I gotta go. This might upset a little bit of people. I'm going Arthur Morgan. I gotta go Arthur Morgan because I feel like because he's a new character and I connected so much with him just by the way he is as a person. Like if you choose to be a nice guy with Arthur, you start to actually feel like a connection to him. Not on like pause, but like, you know what I mean? Like there's just so much stuff that Arthur does to be like a compassionate person. Like he could either be compassionate or he can be an asshole. With Kratos, it's such a linear story that even though it is a great one, don't get me wrong, it's a great story, people feel more of a connection to Kratos because they've played the past games. Because Arthur is he's a new character to the Red Dead story, and I felt a connection with him like after the first few missions. I feel like Arthur Morgan, he did a better job voice acting because he got me more engaged in the story. I mean, Kratos says like boy half the fucking time, so that's my choice. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comments. But Roger Clark as Arthur Morgan gets my vote. Game for Impact, who cares? Best independent game, who cares? I give it to Dead Cells, but it's not that big of a topic, so we're gonna skip it. Dead Cells gets my vote though. I love that game. Best mobile game, who cares? It's probably gonna go to Fortnite or PUBG. Hey, PUBG, way to make it onto a list. Best VR, AR game, who cares? Nobody play VR. Best action game. This is for all the Dorito eating, Mountain Dew fucking drinking motherfuckers. This is your category right here. We got Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Dead Cells, Destiny 2 Forsaken, Far Cry 5. What the fuck? Mega Man 11. I feel like this one is a setup to give Activision a W, because really the top 2 heavy hitters in this category are Destiny 2, owned by Activision, Black Ops 4, owned by Activision. And between the two of them, I know a lot of people love Call of Duty, and I love it too, but my action game right now to me is Destiny 2. And it's only Destiny 2 because of Forsaken. If it was last year's Destiny 2, I would have gave it to Black Ops 4 easily. But Forsaken has done so much to improve the game that I feel fully engaged into it now. Like I actually want to get my character to the top light level. I want to go out there hunting for exotics. The strikes, PvP, like competitive. I'm trying to get the Luna's Howl. There's just so much more for me to do in Forsaken, and it's just full of constant action. Call of Duty is also full of action, but you're really just hunting for fucking gun camos. You know what I mean? Like, you want to get the diamond skin, you want to get the gold skin, you want to get the reactive camos, but they're also just camos. In Destiny, it's full of action all the time. You got a good PvE. You got, for me, more fun PvP. The PvP in Destiny 2 also is more balanced, I should say. If you're into like the middle of the game, you can actually go into casual PvP and be good. You don't need to be 600 unless you're going into Iron Banner. And right now, at least for me, Call of Duty still has a lot of issues. Like, there's days where I just can't get into a game on Call of Duty. And I know it's not my internet. I have great internet. But yeah, for me, best action game, Destiny 2 Forsaken. Let me know if you guys think it's Dead Cells or Call of Duty, or maybe if your option for best action game isn't even on the list. It could be fucking Rainbow Six Siege. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comment section. It's definitely not Far Cry 5 though. The game sucks. Well, it doesn't suck. It's not as good as I thought it would be. Best action adventure game, which would really just be best adventure game. We got Assassin's Creed Odyssey. We got God of War, Marvel Spider-Man, Red Dead Redemption 2, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Now, Shadow of the Tomb Raider is an amazing game, but this is tough. The Tomb Raider games, all of them are great, but they just don't compete against games like Red Dead and God of War. They're amazing games, yes, but I don't know if it's maybe the time they release them, they always release them with like a heavy hitter coming out to them. But Rise of the Tomb Raider came out the same day as Fallout 4, so people forgot about that game. Shadow of the Tomb Raider came out around the same time Spider-Man did, so that game also got washed out. Best action adventure game to me, it's got to be Red Dead. God of War is a very, very close second though. Red Dead Redemption, the side quests and the situations you can come across, it really makes you... I mean, God of War is more of an adventure, like a traditional adventure, I should say. But it's a pretty linear story with the side quests being not too deep. Like, I know a lot of the great narrative points come from the side quests, but they're also like not that. There's not a lot of variety in them. You just go here, you kill more stuff, you collect something. In Red Dead, the side quests will be like there's KKK members around. You'll see people who are the night folk, which is like the zombies in the game or whatever. I remember recently, like, there was someone who used to be like a plantation, not like a plantation worker, and you need to go to his house and collect some stuff. I'm not trying to spoil a lot of the side stories or the side adventures you go on, but for me, Red Dead Redemption 2 has so much more variety in their side missions that I feel more of an adventure in that game, because you never know what you're going to come across. So Red Dead Redemption 2 gets my vote for best action adventure game. Best role-playing game, Monster Hunter. I think everyone will agree with me on that. If you don't, let me know in the comments. But for me, Monster Hunter World gets that shit easily. Best fighting game, we got Blaze Blue Cross Tekken, Dragon Ball FighterZ, Soul Calibur 6, and Street Fighter 5. For damn sure it's not going to Street Fighter for me. That game, even though they're fixing it slowly, the way that game launched, it'll never be a complete game to me. Soul Calibur 6, I haven't got around to playing it, but I hear it's really good. Going off what I've played and what I've had the most fun playing, it's gotta be Dragon Ball FighterZ, man. Dragon Ball FighterZ, bro, like Android 17, Bardock, Vegito, I'm unstoppable with that lineup. If you want to catch these hands, let me know. We can stream open lobbies, it's all good. Follow me on Twitch. Add me on Xbox, that's what I have the game on. Add me on Xbox, the character C. I'll put it up on the screen for you guys to see. Bars? Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, Dragon Ball FighterZ, my game of the year for fighting game. Dragon Ball FighterZ, my fighting game of the year. Let me know in the comments if you disagree. Why wasn't Tekken on the list too? I would have taken Tekken over Street Fighter 5. Best family game, the Nintendo section. We got Mario Tennis, Nintendo Labo, Overcooked 2, Starlink, Super Mario Party. It's gonna go to Super Mario Party. This is all fucking Nintendo right here. So I haven't even played any of these games, and I know Super Mario Party is gonna win it. Best strategy game, I haven't played any of them. You guys let me know what you think is gonna win in the comment section. We got the Banner Sega 3, BattleTech, Frostpunk, whatever the fuck that is, Into the Breach, and Valkyrie Chronicles 4. I haven't played any of these games. You guys let me know what you think is going to win in the comment section. Best sports / racing game: FIFA 19, Forza Horizon 4, Mario Tennis, 2K19, Pro Evolution Soccer. It's got to be 2K by default. And honestly, oh my god, I don't even want to give it to 2K, but I have to. And it's not just because I'm black. Like, they did a lot to improve the game this year, but let's say this. 2K itself, they made a lot of improvements. If you play the My Career, it's actually fair and balanced. And you can actually rank up this year just by playing the game. You don't need to buy VC to rank up. Like in 2K18. Oh my god, that game was so bad. But the reason I don't want to, I want to give 2K the W on this, but I also don't, because the community in 2K is so fucking terrible. And if you're a part of that 2K community, I mean, you got like guys like Agent Zero, he's dope, D-Man, Shakedown, Chris Smooth, Pretty Boy Fredo. Like, you know, there's people who are good, but there's also people who also always try to find an exploit. And that's the majority of the community. They'll do like they'll phase through, they'll find fucking speed glitches to do. The 2K community itself is just toxic as fuck. So even though 2K is my choice to win it, if the community would be cleaned up, there would not be any doubt in my mind. On to best multiplayer game. We got Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Destiny 2, Fortnite, Monster Hunter World, Sea of Thieves. Ugh, god, Sea of Z's more like it. Fuck that game. I would take this out. I don't even think Sea of Z's should have made the list. Like, I would take this out fucking for Brawlhalla or some shit, like some other game. Definitely, this game sucks, man. I hate this game. Sea of Thieves, I would take out for, realistically, I'd take that game out for Warframe or something. It's most likely between Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Destiny, and Fortnite. This is another tough one for me. Okay, I'll say this. Destiny 2 is my multiplayer game of the year, but it's probably going to go to Fortnite because Fortnite is just so huge. But for me, I have much more fun playing the multiplayer in Destiny. Fortnite is fun, but it's fun when you have a squad with you. Call of Duty, I play that game solo. Like, maybe if a friend wants to hop in with me, but when I sit down to play Call of Duty, I'm not hoping that friends are online with me. But when I'm with my friends in Destiny and we're beating the raid, or we're doing strikes, or running Crucible as a unit, that's when I have the most fun, when I'm playing a multiplayer game. At least for now. That's probably going to change when Gears of War 5 comes out. So that's going to do it for the Game Awards categories and the nominees. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like on the video, comment, subscribe, all that bullshit. Hopefully you guys have a good day. This is the character Chris. I'm signing out. Peace.